Yes, we are back on the 3.75 inch scale, 3 3/4 inch for £3.33 a piece. Yes, so let's get into this. I went to the Entertainer today. I was strolling through and there was an Entertainer where I was, in a kind of a precinct, a mall. And basically, this is the Entertainer here. This is their brand. I've known the Entertainer for years now. Actually, thinking about it just a few minutes ago, I remember I used to get the Star Wars action fleet, you know, at a period of the 90s where you weren't able to get figures at that time, because there was a massive gap between the mid-80s and the 90s. They were selling action fleet, which was micro machines, and they were great. I'm going to review them in a future video. I don't know if any of you have collected action fleet, but they were great scaled vehicles. Right, so I got these today. I was just passing through and I ended up parting with more money at the Entertainer, but you know, I can't not get these. These were, as I say, £3.33 a piece, and I've got the Mimban Trooper and I've got two range troopers, army building purposes. And my mate Michael, right, he's a viewer of my channel, he's been on a couple of podcasts, right? He was saying that this figure here, and I can tell he's right, is a better quality figure, although it's 5 POA, than this multi-articulated Mimban Trooper. And I don't have this guy loose, because I just don't have one loose. But anyway, this guy, I'm looking forward to opening him, and I will review him in a minute. So I just wanted to show you, firstly, to introduce things, what I've got today. I got that, and I got two of these guys, which are made up with, because I have a loose, fully articulated range trooper. He is amazing loose, by the way. I've got a review on that, check that out if you'd like. But you know, at the minute in my collection, he's all on his own. I can't have one guy on his own because there was about 3 of them on the top of the train anyway. Not that I have a train as a cosplay piece or whatever you call it. What do you call it? Not cosplay. Oh God, I've gone off track now. I've lost the flow of what I was on about. Diorama. But I do have now 2 of these guys. I might just open one for now and keep the other one carded for a little bit longer. But he looks identical, exactly the same as his fully articulated mate. Except I think this one has a few more, you know, weathered touches on there. This guy looks pretty squeaky clean, but decent. So I'm going to review them both. So if you stay tuned, I will review them, and I will also give you closer looks again at those vintage figures if you'd like. Stay tuned. And here we are. So I thought I would just lay out what I'm going to open. These guys here. Here's a closer look at him. And oh, in the background we've got the vintage cards there. Well, I'll come back to them in a minute. But anyway, let's have a look at each of them. So here is the Stormtrooper from Mimban. Let's see if the lighting's all right there. Let's see if I can alter that a bit, make it a bit brighter. Yeah, you get the idea anyway. There you go. Yeah, he does look really sharp, you know. Solid looking armour, nice weathering. I know what Mike's on about now, because the other one, so going on to him now, he looks a little softer. He's not got like a shiny outside, not a shiny appearance, if you know what I mean. The armour's not as shiny, it's a bit more dull. But this one here, that's nice weathering. That's like the weathering on the Sand Trooper. If you just excuse me 1 minute. Whoa. We're going off piste. Here's my setup there, folks. This guy, he's excellently weathered. Anyway, that's just an observation. Yeah, he just looks good. Yeah, but you can't articulate him. We'll find out what you can do with him in a minute when we open him. Apparently that elbow is locked in that position, but that's alright, because if you want to just sort of have them on parade. And then we've got this fella here, that's the vintage one, and I've got him loose as well there, just to kind of give you a bit of a reference. I mean, that's the magic of what you can do with the super articulated guy. You can do more with his arms, whereas this fella here, I presume, you can't. But he looks just the same, except for a little bit less weathering on the chest plate. But apart from that, he looks identical. Let's have a look. This guy looks a little bit dirtier with his sheepskin, whatever's. There's not a hell of a lot in it. He just looks cleaner. Right, so let's get these guys open. If you bear with me, I might just do a bit of a live opening. If that will interest you, because I don't really care much for this packaging. I don't really particularly want to keep any of these carded. I think that they look flimsier than these. I have a few of these carded because when The Force Awakens came out and everyone went mad, I ended up buying a few and sort of kept them, and they're really solid anyway. The packaging of these figures are really kind of solid. So behind the wall, I've never shown you that in a video, behind a door I've got here in this room, I've got pretty much the entire wave of the Force Awakens line and the Rogue One line, minus a couple, but I'll show you all of them in another video. So I have lied to you. I said that the only things I keep carded are the vintage stuff, but actually I've got all of that stuff from 2015 and 16. So let's open them up now. Should we start with this guy? Oh yeah! That's how you're supposed to do it, or how we did it. Jesus, I'm not doing very well though, am I? Come on. Christ, how hard could it be to open it? There he is. And let's get this guy out as well, huh? Oh yeah! Duffman! And yeah, and I did notice before he doesn't have a soft goods cape on that guy, but that doesn't matter too much. It's a bit conscious of the light in him, if it's shadowy, but anyway. So, I think I'll leave it there. I'll now get a closer look at them again, and then I will pose them or whatever, get them on stands, and we'll have another closer look at the whatever articulation exists. Back in a moment. Let's start with the Mimban Trooper. Yeah, he looks very nice. He's spinning on the rotating disc there. I've had this for a couple of years. Bought it from China. I only have one, and it displays my favourite figure in the world, concept art, Anakin Skywalker, but I just thought I'd use it again for this video. And there he is. He looks very nice indeed. This is my one and only loose Mimban Trooper. I wouldn't mind getting this fella loose, to be honest with you, because he's got soft goods and he looks pretty good. It'd be nice to have both side by side. Just focusing on in there. Yeah, you know what it is. Right, so because now, as you know, I've got two Mimban range troopers loose now. So let's just get in closer on him. Have a good look at him rotating. As I say, very nice looking touches on the armour there. Weathering. I'll show you what you can do with his articulation. These are the guys who, in the film, kill them slow. Because I wasn't sure where they were in the film. I'd forgotten that their main starring role in the film, or the part of the film where they're most featured, is that thing when Chewie meets Han meets Chewie. So anyway, articulation. Oh, by the way, check this out. I've changed my lighting. Sorry about the previous part. The lighting was atrocious. Look what I've done now. This is to reflect the light onto the just to make it softer in it. I don't have it. I have some experience with media production, but never lighting has been a specialism or anything of mine. But I think I've seen that incorporated before when I've worked on various things in the past. Yeah, so anyway, back onto what we're talking about. There is no articulation in the elbow. And there's no articulation in the arms at all, is there? No. There is a swivel on the wrist. As you probably know if you're someone... This is nothing new, this figure. It's been out for a while. Just thought I'd run through some details. So there he is. Very good. Nice, actually. I quite like that hard goods. It's a bit like that Phasma style hard goods. Just focus there. You know what I mean? They can do a lot with it. They can show you some creases and folds or whatever, and it looks good. So I like that. Very good. All I need now is a multi-articulated one, which are available online. A lot of people in America have been grizzling about the fact they're not in Walmarts. But anyway, and here is our friend, the range trooper again. He looks a lot cleaner. Let me get him out of shot. He looks a lot cleaner than the multi-articulated one. Oh, hang on a minute. What are we doing here? Just trying to zoom in. Trying to focus. There you go. Let him rotate a few times. Hum-de-dum-de-dum. Just gives you a chance to have a good 360. And I'll show you the other one next to him as well in a minute. Yeah, he looks very nice. I'm just glad to have two that I can pose together right in there. Here he is closer up. Oh Jesus, what am I doing with the zoom? Sorry, excuse the language as well. I love that texture. Look at that. It looks like proper sheepskin, doesn't it? It looks like it's going to be rubbery to the touch, but it's not. It's plastic. It's very good. No soft goods here, though. That's not the end of the world. And if you want to see what this guy looks like side by side, if and when oh, there's no if about it. I'm going to do it in the future, but when I have all my figures displayed loose, because they're currently in storage, I'll have these two guys a bit like that, you know, just... And I just articulate, I've got him in this pose just to show you that he's the articulated one, but the difference between the two is this guy has got a he's got some weathering on his helmet and a few touches on the chest plate there. And it's just, yeah, maybe a few little touches on his, you know, the sheepskin thing. And this guy is very clean, but still equally sculpted, you know, excellently sculpted as this guy, but just missing the articulation. But, you know, maybe this guy's been on a mission. This guy's clean out the factory and he's ready to go on there. You know, he's been on the planet longer than him, if you want to use your imagination that way. But yes, they look pretty cool. They are great. They're great looking troopers, these new guys. Just a shame they didn't get much screen time. In fact, this fella here got a lot more screen time when you think about it. Kill him slower. I love that scene. Dumb Wookie. If you haven't seen Solo, go and see it. It's a very good film. I know a few people who haven't seen it yet. Anyway, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed that. And there'll be another video soon. I want to review Enfys Nest, so that will be coming up. I have a fully articulated Enfys Nest, and that will be coming up soon. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out. Oh, Jesus. No. Let me try that again. Out.